Well, it's time for another quick Jeep update, and well, bit of a change of scenery. I'm at the Coin Op car wash right by my house, and well, this is probably going to be the first wash this Jeep has had since like 2012. And you're saying, well, I mean, we revived it in like late 2021 and put it on the road around that time, but he doesn't really wash his cars, I'll be honest. So I would not be surprised if he's done anything more than just scrape the bugs off the windshield. So I'm going to just try to blow off as much of this clear coat as I can. Get it all kind of blown off. But as you can see, a few things have changed. It's got, the rockers aren't actually on it yet, but all this is kind of put together now. I'm going to weld that on the lift because it's just a bit of a pain in the ass to do on the ground. But you can see I got new doors for it. They're crank window doors. The reason I didn't put the power regulators in them is because in the time I've had it apart, it's been like 2 months. It looks like mice ate the wiring for the power because it was just hanging out like that, which really sucks. I found but at least it didn't burn the car down, so I just pulled that out. I'm just gonna keep the crank windows for now. I don't hate them. I don't really need to roll these windows here down. Got the floors in it, stuff like that. I patched up this quarter panel a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. And I just sprayed a bit of paint on it. I mean, that's the patch I did before, and then I patched it all up in here under the flare. Yeah, it's all bolted in and got holes drilled. See some of my welds, they're not the prettiest welds, but they're not the worst welds either. I've seen way worse. Here's where the lower quarter. Got a new rear bumper for it. That came off the same truck that these doors came off of, which is really funny. The truck that these doors came off of looked a lot better than this thing ever did, but the unibody was completely like, the spring was through the floor. There was nothing left yet. This is all just solid. The unibody's just perfectly solid here. So anyways, I'm going to give this thing a quick sort of, just kind of blow it off a bit. Get it kind of cleanish. And then I'm going to drive it back. I probably am going to be getting plates for it too, because this thing is pretty much drivable. There's a couple of mechanical things I'm going to have to deal with on it, like front brakes. It pulls when braking. So with the amount of time I'm sitting, I'm pretty sure that's going to be hoses. Could be calipers hanging up. It could just be slide pins. I'm going to be kind of cheap, and I'm just going to buy hoses and pads. And just turn the rotors. I'm going to buy hoses and pads and see what happens and see if that stops it. If I have to get calipers, we'll just run to the parts store and get calipers. They're not that much more expensive than on Rock Auto. Might do a lower radiator hose because it's looking pretty rotten and crappy. And it's got the power steering return line's slightly leaky. Other than that, this thing's pretty good. It's pretty good. It doesn't drive too bad. Front end's not in that bad a shape, so it's going to be pretty good daily driver material. The one more thing I'm going to do is the pan gasket's leaking, and I don't know when the last time transfer fluid was changed. Obviously, probably 20 years ago. So I'm going to change it. It looks good. It's got good color, but it's leaking a bit, so might as well just do a pan gasket and filter. So yeah, I'm gonna go blow this thing off real quick. And if I had a tripod, I'd actually set you up, but I don't. Okay, so it's washed now, and well, I got all the peeling clear coat, most of that off. What I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm definitely painting this thing. I was thinking maybe that I could kind of run the buffer on it, make it look like 28% better, but no, I'm just gonna bring painting up to the top of the list. But unfortunately, when I paint it, I'm going to have to refinish these belt molding and stuff, which obviously I'll be taking these out anyways. A lot of people just mask them and stuff like that. You get a lot cleaner job if you take them out. It takes 5 minutes to take these belt moldings out. Or well, that's the belt molding, and then these are the window moldings. I haven't done it on one of these Jeeps before though, so maybe it's a little more difficult. Maybe I end up ruining them taking it out. Whatever though, I'm just trying to decide whether I use some aircraft remover, get all this paint off, because this is factory like this, and they literally just paint right over the stainless and just make it chrome, or just kind of match this, or do I just paint it black, sand it off and paint it black? I'll have to think about that. So yeah, it actually kind of cleaned up okay-ish. But yeah, it's giving me a lot of work. Get the body where it needs to be. Take all these moldings and stuff off. I gotta find the two door moldings and that molding there. Or I could just delete these, but I don't really want to. I really do like how they look on it. It also covers up the beat up bottom of the door. When I paint this thing, it is not gonna be anywhere near perfect. But I think it'll look pretty good from about 15 feet away. Bit of filler here and there, but I'm not taking this thing to bare metal. I'm not going to block every square inch of it. I'm not going to high build prime it. I'm going to spend about $300. No, not even that. Probably about $200 on materials and paint it with some tractor paint and a hardener. And I will do the lower two-tone as well. So anyways, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching, and you're going to see a lot more content on this Jeep as I get it ready to become an ultimate storm chasing vehicle. Test it out. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what that leak is.